it's me, Marisa. So it's pretty awesome that you took the plunge and you're ready to embark on this 30-day total body reset. These next 30 days are going to challenge you little by little each day to make the changes in your cooking and your eating habits, of course, all the way down to where you're sourcing your food, the people you're enjoying your food with. And for many of you, this could be the hardest part, the food part, taking an honest look at the foods you've been eating in your home, sharing with your family, and then you're also considering, are these foods I've been eating helping or hurting me in the long run? You're also going to be increasing your movement throughout the day, which is a refreshing alternative to the concept of exercise, which we've all been familiar with. But there will, of course, be exercise as well, but functional movements that increase longevity and make our body say, thanks, that's what I've been waiting for. You're going to be implementing new sleep and wake routines. You're going to be getting outdoors and practicing a more primal lifestyle, which you're going to learn a lot about. That's what inspires me. So why learn about a primal lifestyle and do all this extra stuff? Because when we honor our inner human, what I like to call the wild within, we optimize all bodily functions, including our psychological health, and everything just starts to fall into place. By now, you should already have the 21-Day Total Body Transformation book by Mark Sisson. That's the book that my program is founded on, and also the philosophy behind my health coaching education. If you love to read and you want to take an even deeper dive or have an even bigger awakening, you should be reading the Primal Blueprint. That's the book that inspired the 21-Day Transformation book. So I've started this idea of expanding it into a 30-day challenge because instead of 21 days, you'll have more time to learn about the key concepts. Mark calls them the key concepts in both books. They are addressed. That's where you'll be learning the whys behind what we are doing. Understanding those key concepts makes all the changes so much easier because you'll truly want to do it knowing what can potentially come from it and why. And by extending the challenge to 30 days, we're going to have time to ease into the big changes that actually kick off this 21-day transformation in Mark's book. So like the totally necessary pantry purge, for instance, where you're dumping all the junk in your pantry, you're going to have to say goodbye to processed foods and things that you've been living with but are really hurting you. I don't know if everyone's ready to do that on day one, so we are going to just get there together day by day before we even start challenge 1 in that book. Don't worry about it for now. We will get there. So it's time to start reading if you haven't already. You should be reading at least one key concept a day before we start so that you can make it to the action items by the time we're actually starting this challenge. Now, even if you don't see yourself going completely primal after this, I'm not even completely primal, but you will be truly awakened by the process that I've created for you with the help of Mark's revolutionary program. I remember when I first went primal, I started reading about how much our food system has changed and all the reactions we have to foods when we're eating ones that our body wasn't designed to eat. I had a lot of those symptoms or reactions that I was reading about, and I was so sick of living with them. I had occasional depression that kept coming back unexpectedly, regular brain fog and stomach cramps, frequent gas, and my appetite was out of control. You wouldn't have believed it if you saw it. What appealed to me beyond the diet was the idea that our body expects certain inputs like nature or silence or frequent low-level movement throughout the day, and even occasional all-out sprints like we're running for our life. I was thinking, this makes so much sense to me. Our bodies were designed with certain expectations, and in the modern world, we don't honor those expectations whatsoever. I was hesitant to go primal or paleo even at first, but I found it much more doable when my husband said he would do it with me. I do all the cooking, all the grocery shopping, so this would work out great if he was on board. Now that you have a community to do this challenge with, we are all in this together, you are that much closer to succeeding and making this lasting change in your life. So here's what's to come. Be sure that you are in our private Facebook group. That is where most of the interactions will be. You need to be my Facebook friend first in order for me to add you to the group. So just send me a private message or email me if you're not already in the group, and make sure you're in there before day 1. The first week of this challenge is when you're being primed for the rest of the challenge, and you're going to be making some pretty big changes. I highly recommend you keep your schedule pretty relaxed in the first 10 days of this challenge. It'll be so much easier for you to take on the daily challenges that we give you and watch the videos I send you if your schedule's a little more relaxed than usual in the first 10 days. It's pretty crucial that you watch these videos, the videos I'm going to send you, in the order I give them to you, because it all starts to make so much more sense. And I want you to watch them all before day 7 of the challenge, when I start giving you day by day challenges to take action on. So carve aside the time for yourself to focus in the first 10 days of this 30-day challenge. And then after that, the rest of the challenge should work nicely with your usual routine. That's the whole point. We want to make this work for your actual life. It needs to be realistic. Now keep in mind that this program is set up to work with a schedule that's like a Monday through Friday during the day type of job and off on the weekends. Now take it from me, there's nothing about my schedule or my husband's schedule that's normal or fits in this Monday through Friday cookie cutter sort of structure. But if that is not your schedule, just be aware that this is adapted for that. You can still easily adapt the challenges to fit your schedule, but you're going to need a little bit more self-discipline than the rest of us to do that. You're going to have to keep track as we move along at a slightly different pace or address things on a slightly different day than you do, but it is possible. So I'm going to be doing a Facebook Live video in our group at the halfway point and again at the end of your challenge. I'll announce those dates very soon, so don't worry. This is where you're going to have the opportunity to interact with me and ask questions that you have. And I'll also answer questions in the Facebook group discussion every day I can, of course. But it's great to carve aside time for some in-depth discussion where we're all together. I'm guiding you through this thinking process and brainstorming and really helping you address where you're at right now. We'll be all together during these live sessions, and I promise you will find those so valuable. So make the most of this challenge by taking it seriously. Let your roommates and your family know that you're going to be focusing on this. And if they don't like the changes, they just have to put up with you and put up with this for 30 days while you try and take care of yourself and do this challenge. All you need is for them to give you a chance. You're saving lots of money by doing this as a group, but that also means you're going to need to put in a little bit of effort to keep up with the group, read the posts, come into the Facebook group, open the emails that I send you, and watch the videos. If you do, this is really going to change your life. I know it will. All right, we'll talk soon.